Hello and welcome to the assembly video for the Ju-87. Okay, so these are the parts you should have. Two halves of the aeroplane and four parts for the wheels. In addition to this, you're probably going to want a small file, perhaps a pair of pliers and some glue. Umbral poly cement, it's probably best. Okay, first of all, it's possible that you've got some extra wheel parts, so first of all sort these out. There's just left and right sides for both, so you should have two right and two left. Then we can remove, you can see these are dropping off already. We can remove these small circles from the model. Now this is a 1/200 scale model. If you've got 1/300th, then it should have the circles. If you've got the larger 144th, it may have a brim around it. So these are easily removed and we're pretty much ready to go. So I'll just put these to one side and we'll look at the wheels to start with. These are going to have to be glued together before they can be glued onto the rest of the aeroplane. Okay, we'll start with the wheels. We just need to glue them together. If there's need cleaning up, obviously do that now, but the two halves just need gluing together. Okay, there's one, we'll do the other side. Obviously make sure that the two halves line up. And then we need to put them aside and wait for them to dry. Okay, we can now come on to the two halves of the aeroplane. So there shouldn't really be much cleaning up. If you need to take away any excess, then do that now. The main thing to look for is this recess where the post will go to mount the aeroplane or a magnet. So you want this bottom of this to be flat. So now's the time to just run a file over the inside and make sure that there's no raised parts, and that's going to be flat for the mounting post. And we'll do that on both sides. It shouldn't really be very much, but you do want to make sure that it's flat so that it's easier to mount. Once that's done, we can glue the two halves together. So we want glue on both sides, and we just need to leave that a few seconds to go tacky. It's probably not long enough, but we'll carry on. So push the two halves together. Make sure everything lines up, and again we need to wait for that to dry before we can carry on with the next part. Okay, so we've let all the glue dry. We can now stick the wheels onto the bottom of the aeroplane. So the wheels are going to go on these two flat points there. It's obviously important that the top of this is flat so that it can be glued on. So run a file over the top and make sure that you've got a complete, in case there's any offset in the way that you've glued the two halves together, that has got to be flat. Give yourself something to glue with. And same on the other side. Just make sure that is flat. Two wheels are identical, so it doesn't matter which side they go onto. So we'll just put a bit of glue on there. You need glue on both sides. And then if you're using the Humbrol poly cement, which is great, you need to let it, make sure it's gone tacky, so it's going to hold the wheel in place. So we're going to have to give that a little bit of time to do that. And then just put it on. And if it's tacky, it should hold it in place. Now we can do the other one straight away, although it might be sensible to wait for this to dry and then do the other one, just so that we don't knock it off. Okay, so I've glued the other one on the other side, save you having to watch me do the same thing again. They're both dried, so that's it. The airplane is complete.